Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaja's message is your advantage.
O Kakara Divatalam
Pangun Langaya Tegirim
Yatita Tavan Vande
Sri Gurum Deenatharinam
Paramanandamadavam
Sri Caitanya Meeshwaram
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat. So today in Lord Chaitanya book compilation, hearing the glories of chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa from his Guru Īśvara Purī Mahārāja, Nimai Pandita practices and is amazed by the effect. Part 2, under the section, how all the residents of Varanasi became Vaishnavas. So, I will read the text. Guru Maharaj, whatever he speaks, Achinta Chaitanya Prabhu will repeat. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 7.75.
হরের নাম শ্লোক এত বলি এক শ্লোক শিখাইল মোরে কণ্ঠে করি এই শ্লোক করিও বিচারে
After describing the potency of the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra, my spiritual master taught me in other words, advising me to always keep it within my throat.
So, this is a very important verse that Lord Chaitanya taught to everyone.
So this is a very important verse that Lord Chaitanya taught everyone.
Right?
Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 7.76.
বৃহন্নারদীয় বচন 38:126 হরের নাম ইব কেবলম কলৌ নাস্তেব্য গতিরন্যথা.
For spiritual progress in this age of Kali, there is no alternative to the holy name of the Lord. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. For progress in spiritual life, the Shastras recommend meditation in Satya Yuga, sacrifice for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu in Treta Yuga, and gorgeous worship of the Lord in the temple in Dwapara Yuga. But in the age of Kali, one can achieve spiritual progress only by chanting the holy name of the Lord. This is confirmed in various scriptures. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there are many references to this fact. In the 12th canto, 3.51, it is said, Kalir doshe nidhe rajan asthyeko mahan guna kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet. In the age of Kali, there are many faults, for people are subjected to many miserable conditions. Yet, in this age, there is one great benediction. Simply by chanting the Hare Kṛṣṇa mantra, one can be freed from all material contamination and thus be elevated to the spiritual world. The Naradiya Pancharatra also praises the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra as follows. Trayo Vedashadangani Chandamsi Vividashura Sarvam Ashtaksharan Tatstam Yachanyad Apivanmayam Sarva Vedanta Sarartha Samsararnavatarana. the essence of all Vedic knowledge, comprehending the three kinds of Vedic activity, Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and Upasana Kanda. The chandas or the Vedic hymns and the processes for satisfying the demigods is included in the 8-syllable Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa. This is the reality of all Vedanta. The chanting of the holy name is the only means to cross the ocean of nescience. Similarly, the Kali Santharana Upanishad states, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. These 16 names, composed of 32 syllables, are the only means to counteract the evil effects of Kali Yuga. In all the Vedas, it is seen that to cross the ocean of nescience, there is no alternative to the chanting of the holy name. Similarly, Sri Madhvacharya, while commenting upon the Mundaka Upanishad, has quoted the following words from the Narayana Samhita. Dvapariyair janair Vishnu pancharatraistu kevalai kalautu nama matrena pujyate Bhagavan Hari. In Dvapara Yuga, one could satisfy Krishna or Vishnu only by worshipping him gorgeously according to the Pancharatriki system. But in the age of Kali, one can satisfy and worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari simply by chanting the holy name. In his Bhakti Sandarbha, text 284, Srila Jiva Goswami strongly emphasizes the chanting of the holy name of the Lord as follows. Nanu Bhagavan Namatmaka Eva Mantra Tatra Visheshena Namasab. Srila Jiva Goswami states that the substance of all the Vedic mantras is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Every mantra begins with the prefix Nama Om and eventually addresses by name the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By the supreme will of the Lord, there is a specific potency in each and every mantra chanted by the great sages like Narad Muni and other rishis. Chanting the holy name of the Lord immediately renovates the transcendental relationship of the living being with the Supreme Lord. To chant the holy name of the Lord, one need not depend upon other paraphernalia, for one can immediately get all the desired results of linking with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It may therefore be questioned why there is a necessity for initiation or further spiritual activities in devotional service for one who engages in the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. The answer is that although it is correct that one who fully engages in chanting the holy name need not depend upon the process of initiation, generally a devotee is addicted to many abominable material habits due to material contamination from his previous life. In order to get quick relief from all these contaminations, it is required that one engage in the worship of the Lord in the temple. The worship of the deity in the temple is essential to reduce one's restlessness due to the contaminations of conditioned life. Thus, Narada, in his Pancharatriki Vidhi, and other great sages have sometimes stressed that since every conditioned soul has a bodily concept of life aimed at sense enjoyment, to restrict this sense enjoyment, the rules and regulations for worshipping the deity in the temple are essential. Srila Rupa Goswami has described that the holy name of the Lord can be chanted by liberated souls. but almost all the souls we have to initiate are conditioned. It is advised that one chant the holy name of the Lord without offenses and according to the regulative principles. Yet, due to their past bad habits, they violate these rules and regulations. Thus, the regulative principles for worship of the deity are also simultaneously essential.
So we see how everything has been sublimely combined.
We can see how everything has been so finely combined.
That in the temple where we worship the Lord, we also sing Hare Kṛṣṇa and dance.
When we chant Hare Kṛṣṇa, we also sing and dance.
So the chanting is essential. But
So chanting is essential.
with that, simultaneously, we also worship the deity.
But with that, simultaneously, we also worship the deity
With using the Pancharatna system.
we use the Pancharatra system.
So, Hare Kṛṣṇa chanting and Bhagavat system,
So Hare Krishna chanting is the Bhagavata system,
and worshiping the deity is the Pancharatna system.
and worshipping the deity is the Pancharatra system.
We utilize both.
We utilize both.
I remember once a lady told Prabhupada, I want to just simply chant Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Once a lady told Srila Prabhupada, I want to simply chant Hare Krishna.
And that's all right, very good.
He said, it's all right, you can do it.
But then you should feed you prasada, but you should chant like 15 hours a day, non-stop.
You can have prasadam, but you should chant 15 hours a day, non-stop.
So you can't do it. You'll fall asleep.
She can't do it. She'll fall asleep.
And therefore you say that you chant 2 hours a day, 16 rounds, and engage in devotional service.
So therefore he said, you chant 2 hours a day, 16 rounds, and then engage in devotional service.
Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 7.77.
নাম গ্রহণের ফল এই আজ্ঞা পাইয়া নাম লই অনুক্ষণ নাম লইতে লইতে মোর ভ্রান্ত হইল মন
Since I received this order from my spiritual master, I always chant the holy name. But I thought that by chanting and chanting the holy name, I had been bewildered.
Lord Caitanya was expressing that he was feeling great ecstasy.
Lord Chaitanya is discussing that he was feeling
Expressing.
And he'll describe this in the later verses.
And he will describe this in the later verses. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 7.78.
ধৈর্য ধরিতে না রে হইলাম উন্মত্ত হাসি কান্দি নাচি গাই জইছে মদমত্ত
While chanting the holy name of the Lord in pure ecstasy, I lose myself, and thus I laugh, cry, dance, and sing just like a madman.
Lord Caitanya is expressing how he experiences ecstasy while chanting.
Lord Chaitanya is expressing how he experiences the ecstasy of chanting.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 7.79.
তব ধৈর্য ধরি মনে করিলু বিচার, কৃষ্ণ নামে জ্ঞান আচ্ছন্ন হইল আমার।
Collecting my passions, therefore, I began to consider that chanting the holy name of Krishna had covered all my spiritual knowledge. Purport. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu hints in these words that to chant the holy name of Krishna, one does not need to speculate on the philosophical aspects of the science of God, for one automatically becomes ecstatic and without consideration immediately chants, dances, laughs, cries and sings just like a madman.
Our Lord Chaitanya had achieved a much higher status by speculating on the Vedanta Sutra.
Lord Chaitanya had achieved a very high status by speculating on the Vedanta Sutra.
Higher than speculating on the Vedanta Sutra.
A status higher than speculating on the Vedanta Sutra.
He was able to have the ecstasy of chanting the holy name.
He was able to have the ecstasy of chanting the holy name.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 7.80.
নাম গ্রহণের ফলে নিজ অবস্থা দর্শনে বিস্ময়, পাগল হইলাম আমি ধৈর্য নাহি মনে, এত চিন্তি নিবেদিলু গুরুর চরণে।
I saw that I had become mad by chanting the holy name, and I immediately submitted this at the lotus feet of my spiritual master. Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as an ideal teacher, shows us how a disciple should deal with his spiritual master. Whenever there is doubt regarding any point, he should refer the matter to his spiritual master for clarification. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that while chanting and dancing, he had developed the kind of mad ecstasy that is possible only for a liberated soul. Yet, even in his liberated position, he referred everything to his spiritual master whenever there were doubts. Thus, in any condition, even when liberated, we should never think ourselves independent of the spiritual master, but must refer to him as soon as there is some doubt regarding our progressive spiritual life.
So Lord Chaitanya, he was wondering if what he was doing was all right.
Lord Chaitanya was wondering if what he was doing was all right.
This was his doubt.
This was his doubt.
So he approached his spiritual master to find out.
So he approached his spiritual master to find out.
This is the duty of the spiritual master to respond to the questions of the disciples.
It is the duty of the spiritual master to respond to the questions of the disciples.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 7.81.
কিবা মন্ত্র দিলা গোসাই কিবা তার বল, জপিতে জপিতে মন্ত্র করিল পাগল।
My dear Lord, what kind of mantra have you given me? I have become mad simply by chanting this Mahamantra. Purport. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu prays in his Sikshashtaka, Yugayitam nimishena chakshusha pravrushayitam sunyayitam jagat sarvam Govinda virahena me. O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. It is the aspiration of a devotee that while he chants the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra, his eyes will fill with tears, his voice falter, and his heart throb. These are good signs in chanting the holy name of the Lord. In ecstasy, one should feel the entire world to be vacant without the presence of Govinda. This is a sign of separation from Govinda. In material life, we are all separated from Govinda and are absorbed in material sense gratification. Therefore, when one comes to his senses on the spiritual platform, he becomes so eager to meet Govinda that without Govinda, the entire world becomes a vacant place.
How people in the material world, they are actively trying to enjoy sense gratification.
People in the material world, they're actively trying to enjoy sense gratification.
They are separate from the Supreme Personality Godhead Govinda.
But they are separate from the Supreme Personality of Godhead Govinda.
So one actually develops love for God.
So when one actually develops love for God,
He'll feel like this, the ecstasy of separation that Lord Caitanya expressed.
then he will feel the ecstasy of separation like how Lord Chaitanya expressed.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 7.82.
হাসায় নাচায় মোরে করায় ক্রন্দন এত শুনি গুরু হাসি বলিয়া বচন.
Chanting the holy name in ecstasy causes me to dance, laugh, and cry. When my spiritual master heard all this, he smiled and then began to speak. Purport. When a disciple very perfectly makes progress in spiritual life, this gladdens the spiritual master, who then also smiles in ecstasy, thinking how successful my disciple has become. He feels so glad that he smiles as he enjoys the progress of the disciple, just as a smiling parent enjoys the activities of a child who is trying to stand up or crawl perfectly.
So, Lord Chaitanya's spiritual master smiled at seeing the advancement of Lord Chaitanya.
So Lord Chaitanya's spiritual master smiled at seeing the advancement of Lord Chaitanya.
We should all try to advance in Krishna consciousness.
So we should all try to advance in Krishna consciousness.
By chanting the holy name and performing the Pancharatra Puja.
By chanting the holy name and following the Pancharatra Pujas.
So this way we can also achieve the perfection of Krishna consciousness.
So in this way, we can also achieve the perfection of Krishna consciousness.
Thus ends the chapter entitled Hearing the Glories of Chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa from his Guru Īśvara Purī Mahārāja. Nimai Pandita practices and is amazed by the effect. Under the section, how all the residents of Varanasi became Vaishnavas.
So these Mayavadi sannyasis in Banaras,
So all these Mayavadi sannyasis in Banaras,
they had probably never heard of these Vaishnava teachings.
they had probably never heard these Vaishnava teachings.
And so Lord Caitanya took this opportunity to instruct them.
So Lord Chaitanya took this opportunity to instruct them.
And this is a process that Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada preached all over the world.
And this is the process that Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada preached all over the world.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.